Well, St. Pete Pride festivities are coming to an end this month, with one of the final events wrapping up just a few hours ago.
Earlier this month, a federal judge ruled against upholding a state law passed last year that impacted access to gender-affirming care in the state.
And tonight, 10 Tampa Bay's Miranda Parnell shows us how the event is a celebratory event to help ensure future access to trans health care is protected.
Pride Month winds down. The LGBTQ plus community in St. Pete is still turning up.
Tonight is not about division. Tonight is not about being angry. It's about coming together. It's about celebrating each other despite the attacks on our community, despite some of the narrative. We take care of us.
Tonight, a sold-out event called Transtastic was held as a way to celebrate trans and non-binary neighbors while also raising money for local trans support groups.
We've literally brought providers together and some pharmacies together to help get people access to the trans health care that they need. We have individual freedoms in this country, and not understanding trans health is not a reason to block it or a reason to dismantle it.
And this event comes on the heels of the Supreme Court agreeing to review a case that will decide whether banning gender-affirming health care for transgender minors violates the Constitution.
We've seen so many people leave our state because they cannot get care.
Dr. Bob Wallace runs a St. Pete clinic called Love the Golden Rule that offers specialty care for trans patients during a time in which he says there are more legal hurdles to assessing proper health care for those in the trans community.
It's a sad, sad state of what's happening in our state of Florida when it comes to health care, particularly for the transgender community.
While the Supreme Court won't begin reviewing the case regarding trans health care until the fall, Wallace says in the meantime, his clinic will continue to operate under the motto of treating patients the way they would want to be treated.
I hope to keep going. I don't plan to retire. I'm here, and I hope we can take care of everyone.
In St. Pete, Miranda Parnell, 10 Tampa Bay.
In response to the Florida gender-affirming care law that struck down earlier this year, a spokesperson from the governor's office said, quote, "We disagree with the court's erroneous rulings on the law and the facts and on the science," going on to say these procedures do permanent, life-altering damage to children, and history will look back on this fad in horror.